Mm. Mm. Well, I thought since Georgia played Bama today, it was great to do a little bit of a trash talk video, if you will, about Georgia versus Bama. So let's get to it. Okay. So for Bama fans, doesn't it feel sad to win every game in a close game? Arkansas, Auburn, LSU, Tennessee for 3.5 quarters. Throw Florida in there. Lost to Texas A&M. I mean, those are 6-6 teams. 3 of them. The other one went 7-5, I think. Well, 8-4. Other one went 8-4. And then you just 7-5, yeah. Yeah. You know what Georgia did to those teams? Georgia beat Arkansas 37-0. You beat them by a touchdown. Georgia cakewalked through Auburn 34-10. You beat them 24-22, 2 points. Georgia cakewalked Florida 34-7. And then you only beat them 31-29. Georgia played 4 full quarters against Tennessee. And you struggled with them for 3.5 quarters. So, and I bet you if Georgia played LSU and Texas A&M, they'd first of all not lose to A&M, and they definitely destroy LSU. I mean, the team was playing for nothing. This doesn't make any sense. People say that Alabama's offense is so great. Yeah, it's so great until you put pressure on Bryce Young. Then the offensive line doesn't know how to block, and Bryce Young will get scared and just fold. That's probably a great thing to do against the best front seven by far in the country. Best D-line, best linebackers. And linebackers are pass rushers, so, yeah. So prepare for that. Running the ball, not an option. You can't do it. You can't do it. You can't run the ball. You can't. Throwing the ball deep, you can't. You're going to get sacked. You can't. Stopping Georgia's run game, you can't. There's a reason why Florida rushed for 246 rushing yards on you. Now, credit to Alabama, their run defense has gotten better, which is true. But I mean, look at the team. All they play is throwing teams. That's really all the teams they play. Play Mississippi State. Like, come on now. No one that Alabama's played runs the ball like Georgia. No one. So, prepare for that. Stopping George Pickens, I don't know how you're going to do that. Probably going to have to double team him because 1-on-1, you already lost. Yeah, you lost already. Stetson Bennett, he's no superstar quarterback, but he's not like this. He's not what you played TJ Finley last week. He's better than Jake Coker and Greg McElroy in perspective, so he can throw the ball. I'd say he's probably good, just not. Is he title worthy? I don't know. Maybe not. He's probably a little bit less than what a normal championship quarterback is. Well, he's a lot less, but still, man, come on. The rest of the team is why we're winning, and that's fine. That's fine. The guy's not a bad quarterback. He can make plays with his legs and everything. Yeah. Yeah. All y'all talking about all week is Will Anderson. Talking about the 12-team playoff up here, but all y'all talking about is Will Anderson. That's one player. We could neutralize him, take him out the game plan, and man up with the other ones. We can do that. And Will Anderson is not better than Jordan Davis. I'd say he's a little bit better than Nakobe Dean. I'd admit that he's not better than Jordan Davis. And if you say if you say he is, then you're just a complete clown. Will Anderson's best linebacker in the country, not best defensive player. Although speaking of linebackers, Georgia has a better linebacker backing core. Alabama's the best linebacker in the country, but the rest of their core doesn't. That's not even close to Georgia's. So, Georgia's got the advantage there. I mean, if we can go position by position, quarterback is Alabama. Okay, fine, give them that. Running back is Georgia. Not close. Not close at all. Because Alabama's running backs, first of all, injured. Second of all, Georgia's are much better. Wide receivers, with George Pickens, I give it to Georgia. Tight ends, what's even the point of counting Billingsley in your lineup anymore? Nick Saban doesn't even want to play him. He'd rather have a disadvantage in this game than play his best player, Billingsley. Latu's great too, but Bama needs to play those guys, and Saban needs to play those guys, and they won't. Look who's number one right now. I mean, geez, man, it's not that hard to tell. But yeah, tight ends, Georgia, with Brock Bowers and everything, it's Georgia. Offensive line, it's not even close, it's Georgia. Defensive line, Alabama has a good D-line, but no D-line compares to Georgia. Linebackers, I admitted once again, Alabama is the best linebacker in the country. Georgia is a better linebacking core because we have not one, not two, not three, but four superstars, and the fifth one is is out on bail, but he's not playing, so I won't count him. But Quay Walker, Channing Tindall, Nolan Smith, and Nakobe Dean, it's a way better overall linebacking core. DBs, Georgia. Everyone says that's a weak part of Georgia's team. First of all, it's really not that weak. We have the second best pass defense in the country. And a lot of people say that's because of our pass rush. Well, Alabama has a good pass rush too. Why aren't they the second best pass defense in the country? They have one of the best pass rushers in the country as well. Why aren't they up there? Why? I didn't see them. Why is their pass defense so low? Georgia's got better corners. And safeties cause most of the problems for Alabama. So Georgia's way better safeties. So Georgia's got every position but quarterback. And for these people that want to say, oh, quarterbacks, yeah, whatever. Quarterbacks are one player. No matter how much they mean, they're one player. Okay? All y'all talking about is Will Anderson and Bryce Young. Will Anderson and Bryce Young. Two players are not beating 22 others. Sorry, they're not. Georgia players are just better at every position. I'm sorry. That's just the case. That's just what it is. Bama's wide receivers, you want to say those are better? Just look at their drops. Even Jameson Williams is out here dropping passes. None of them are near George Pickens. At least Nakobe Dean's probably an inch, and he's inch to inch next by Will Anderson. Your receivers aren't close to George Pickens, and then the rest of Georgia's receivers are probably better than yours as well. The catches they've had, the quarterback they're playing with, 5'3". He's no star, Stetson Bennett's no star. He's not trash. He's no star either, though. Bryce Young is a star. In fact, he's probably going to win the Heisman this year. So, Georgia doesn't have to win this game. Alabama does. So, if Alabama wins this game, you're going to have to play us again. The only way you win this game is because of some fluke trick plays that Nick Saban has in his back pocket. And he probably does have trick plays in his back pocket, so we got to prepare for that. How is Alabama going to score in Georgia? I mean, no kidding. They're probably going to score, but, how? Offensive line is horrible. And you're going up against the best pass rush in the country. You can't run the ball. You're gonna have to hope that your receiver makes some type of fluke lucky play. I mean, that's what it is. And you're gonna have to probably hope that your defense gets like 3 or 4 interceptions or something in Georgia's territory, so you can kick field goals. That's really the only chance you got winning. Just being honest. I mean, like, look. Alabama fans don't even believe Alabama's winning. Most Alabama fans, at least there's some that still think they're going to win. Put that in perspective, though. Alabama fans don't even believe in their own team. Yeah. Oh, and if you think, yeah, let's get to the narrative here. Alabama fans, some of them are like, yeah, Georgia's defense is great, their offense trash. Okay, why are we scoring 40 points per game? You score 42 points per game. It's 2 points less. And in recent times, everyone's found out the recipe to Alabama's offense. Just blitz the quarterback. I mean, this doesn't make sense, man. You want me to tell you how George can score on you? We could easily throw a jump ball to George Pickens, first of all. You double team him, there's always going to be another open receiver with McConkey. Karis Jackson. Somebody's going to be open. Don't matter who it is, somebody's going to be open. Brock Bowers, Darnell Washington. You double team George Pickens, you're going to have to guard the others. With like Karis Jackson, Dominic Blaylock. He's actually come back. Jermaine Burton, all those guys. But, oh yeah, speaking of those guys, Karis Jackson, Dominic Blaylock, Jermaine Burton, Darnell Washington, Brock Bowers. Those other guys, here's how it works. You double team George Pickens, one of those guys is going to be open. If you don't double team George Pickens, he's going to snag it over you all day. And I'd like you to try it. Brock Bowers one-on-one. Look, your linebackers against our tight ends, it's over. It's over. Your linebackers cannot cover. All they can do is pass rush, which they're good at, run stop, which they're also good at. They can't throw over top though. Georgia's linebackers are similar in a way. Great at stopping the run, great pass rush, and they can't they got a little bit of pass coverage, but a lot more than Alabama does. I'll say that at least. Nakobe Dean has great pass coverage. Field to field, that's something he has over Will Anderson. But Will Anderson's so dominant, rushing the quarterback and all that, I think I got to give it to him. Georgia's pass defense from the linebackers, are they great? No. Are they manageable? Yes. I mean, look at Nakobe Dean in the Florida game? He swatted that ball away. Somebody got the pick. It was the second turnover in a row we had on them. Quay Walker, Tindall, and Nolan Smith. They got a little bit of pass coverage for them. Alabama has none. None. From anybody. None. So, there's that. We can guard the tight ends of our linebackers. At least with Nakobe Dean. Alabama can't. They can't. They have to use a safety. Which, good luck with that. Seems like Alabama's safeties have been pretty slow this season anyways. Oh yeah, going off the Georgia versus Alabama trash talk a little bit. If Oklahoma State, Michigan, and Cincinnati win like they're supposed to, and Georgia wins, the playoffs will only combine of five playoff appearances. And if you know what I mean, look at Nick Saban doing workouts with the team. All right, come on, dogs. There we go. But anyways, point is, if Michigan, Oklahoma State, Cincy all win, first-time playoff teams. Georgia only has one in the past. They win, they get in. So 2 plus 1, that's only 5 playoff appearances. All you complain about a 12-team playoff. Now, if one of those 3 teams lose, not including Georgia, or one of those 3 teams lose, Notre Dame's going to get in. Georgia loses, well then Oklahoma State is out. All right, but point is, yeah. Speaking of Brian Kelly, and I'm about to get on the Georgia Alabama topic soon. Speaking of Brian Kelly, I don't think he should. I think it's a good thing to leave, like before a ball game or whatever. I don't think he should have done it before finding out if his team's going to the playoffs or not. Because all it takes is for Oklahoma State to lose to Baylor, Cincy lose to Houston, or Michigan to lose to Iowa. One of those things, not all 3. So, I mean, like, come on, man. You gotta trust it. He's basically telling Notre Dame he don't believe in them. But, I mean, I don't believe in Notre Dame, but I'm not Notre Dame's coach, so, yeah. Back to Georgia versus Alabama. Yeah. Georgia still have 6 sacks all year. Will Anderson. Dallas Turner. Get a message of that. Now, am I saying that Setsabit's not going to be on the ground at all this game? No, he's probably going to get sacked once or twice. Once, probably, maybe twice. But it's going to be nowhere near Alabama has gotten pressure on the quarterback in the past. Nowhere near. Now, what Georgia can do, that Alabama can't do, run the ball. They can run it, and they can throw it deep. Alabama can't do those things because their offensive line is so bad. I'm not saying that Alabama has no chance to win this game. But just looking at the numbers and everything, the players, the coaches. I mean, no, seriously, the coaches. You guys, your offensive coordinator is horrible. Your defensive coordinator, I think he's gotten better, but I don't think he's great still. Your position coaches, I mean, how many miscommunications have the DBs had this year? The offensive line coach, he needs to be gone. Doug Marrone, yeah, you got to fire him. I think Georgia, now, you guys got Saban, the weapon, all right, so you guys probably do have better coaching in terms of that. But, I mean, overall, man, it's Georgia. Well, no, it's Alabama because of Saban, but you know what I'm saying, like, those other coordinators and position coaches, they're bound to mess up Saban's game plan. Saban will do his part, but the other guys won't, so, yeah. Without including the head coach, I don't think it's close who has the better coaching staff. If you include the coaches, Saban, yeah. So, yeah. We haven't won a natty since 1980. That's cool. But it has nothing, and I mean zero to do with now. 2008, 2012, 2015, 2017, 2018, 2020. Nothing to do with today. You know where those players are? Those players are either in the NFL or are not even playing football anymore. They're retired. Some of them. Some of them, like Alabama's old quarterbacks, are not even in the NFL. They're working in the studio, like Greg McElroy. I mean, I'm like... Okay, what's this?
For 152 falls, I've been here. Your favorite stadium.
We have an afternoon of what college football is all about, I think.
I'm always here, hosting the greatest sport in the world.
See that? Used to be top ranked.
Metal and stone bones have seen it all. Or so I thought. The emptiness of last season has made us appreciate this one that much more. None of us had any idea how this season would unfold.
And the Montana Grizzlies shock the world.
And yet, it has somehow exceeded even the most extraordinary of expectations. Seemingly every team in the land has been ranked. That ranking is almost guaranteed them a loss.
The Boilermakers knock off the Michigan State Spartans.
Superpowers had to make room for the upstarts. Old school, new school. The Heisman Trophy no one wants to win. Super seniors who never want to stop playing. Revenge, best served cold. And in khakis.
The long drought is over. Ohio State is vanquished.
If these walls could talk, well, my walls are not just talking. They're screaming, laughing, and yes, crying. This has been a season that has reminded us all what we love about this great game. College football. My love for you is limitless.
Nah, no joke though. Congrats to those like Cincinnati, Oklahoma State, Michigan. Like, yeah, congrats to y'all. But look, I've basically said it all. If I've gone by depth chart, I've gone by stats, I've gone by close wins. I mean, I've gone by everything. At this point, we just got to play the game. That's all we got to do. Oh, yeah, Notre Dame. Yeah. That team can still make the playoffs, by the way. But, yeah. That's all I got to say. That's really all I got to say. We'll just play the game at 4 and see who wins. My prediction, Georgia 41. I'm going to go Georgia 41, Alabama. I think Alabama probably will get a couple of turnovers. So I'm going to go 41-13. I don't know. You know what? Alabama's not scoring a touchdown. 41-9. All right, book it. All right, yeah, that's what the score's going to be. 41-9. Other than that, peace and go dogs. Got 6-point favorite, 67% chance to win. FBI, 49 over under. Yep. Oh and yeah. Wish it was in the morning so I can be a little bit louder. But look who the hell is number 1. 1980, 1980, 1980, 1980, 1980. Look at 1980. Look at that. 1980, 1980, 1980. Yo, I'll show you some 1980 today. Let me tell you one thing. We're not going to be very nice about it either. And Bama will not win this game. Not one play will they be favored. Not one. Georgia will dominate for 4 quarters, and it will just be domination, domination, domination. Just throw Bama out the window, and Georgia's going to win this game. That's just the facts. Yep, that's just the facts. Prove it. Prove it, Bammer. Prove it. Georgia's going to win. 4 o'clock tonight. Today. I don't know about tonight yet. You know.
I wanted to ask you a quick question
Yep. Alabama sucks. All right, we gotta go. Go Dogs!